Hey friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you my review, demo, swatches, comparisons on the brand new Wayne Goss The Weightless Veil Blush Palettes. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see all the details about these duo of blush highlighters from Wayne Goss, if they will work on mature 40-year-old skin, over large pores and fine lines, then just keep on watching. As I promised to you, my friends, I went ahead and purchased the new Wayne Goss duo of blushes and highlighters. Honestly, I was very undecided of which ones to get, so I decided to get them all. So I purchased them all, and I just want to make sure for you to know that I purchased them. Not that it will make any difference whether I receive it on PR or not, but I'm not on the PR list for Beautylish. You have seen me last year. I received a package on PR from Beautylish. It was one of her sky sets, and I'm so grateful to Sonia. She was so sweet, but it was because specifically Sonia asked to the team at Beautylish to send them to me. But that doesn't mean that I received everything from either Beautylish or even Sonia. No, it was one time thing. It was a gift, and that was it. Okay, I do receive PR from Good Molecules too, which is a sub brand from Beautylish that I'm just so grateful for, obviously. So like I said, I ended up purchasing all 4 of these blush and highlighter duos. They each cost $45. They are made in Canada. They come with 19 grams of product, which is quite a bit right there. And they also have an ingredient list, and I just want you to pay attention to these because I know some people, they sometimes they can have allergic reactions, etc. They contain mica, talc, and also caprylyl glycol. I will put it right here on the screen, but basically caprylyl glycol is derived either from palm tree or coconut. So if you have a sensitivity to any of these ingredients, it's worth for you to either do a little patch test before you apply it on your face. Just wanted to warn you about that. Okay, my friends, so I'm super excited to give these a go because this is the thing with Wayne Goss. I have purchased so many things from Wayne. I mean, his eyeshadow palette right here, his brushes, lipsticks, lip glosses. I will be using them today. And you already know that because I have even made reviews of his lipsticks, lip glosses. I mean, like of absolutely everything that he has launched as far, and I really enjoy his content here on YouTube. But something that I noticed from, you know, like this launch right here and previous launches too of his cosmetic lines is that he always refers that his products, and he heavily highlights these, that his products, they have been tested on the skin of people that they have, you know, a certain age. They have mature skin, over 40, but yet, I mean, like I think I mentioned this on a Will I Buy It video. I'm okay that he says that. I'm really appreciative of that, and that's why I really want to try his products, because I am 40 years old. I do have enlarged pores, I do have dry, sensitive skin, mature skin, I do have fine lines, and you know, I don't want anything of that to be emphasized. I really want my makeup to look more ethereal, and that's kind of like my ultimate goal. So when I hear Wayne Goss saying, you know, all of these things about like, okay, this is perfect for mature skin, I have tested and blah blah blah, okay, awesome. But then when he does his review videos in YouTube, he uses my beautiful friends Mel and Kelsey, which kudos, because obviously, you know, Mel has a light, you know, skin tone line, borderline medium, and then Kelsey, she has a deeper complexion, so that's amazing. We get to see it on 2 beautiful ladies that they do have, you know, different skin tones. But it will be amazing if he will incorporate friends like, for example, Tara Lynn. She does have a medium skin tone. She's 41 years old, and Tara will add that aspect. Okay, here is my model of 40 plus years old, right? And then with another skin tone too, so that will be kind of like a super plus right there. And then Mary, for example, from Glitzy Fritzy, I think she's on her mid-50s or, you know, like late 50s. I don't recall, I don't know exactly her age, but she's also a lady with fair skin tone. So it would have been like amazing if when he does his lunch videos that he will actually, when he talks about, you know, the mature skin, I mean, I would love to see on the screen with, you know, like Mel, Tara, Kelsey, and Mary, and like boom, it will be so amazing because that will give us a really, you know, a visual. And the way that I'm saying this is a very positive like feedback. Like if I was to have a conversation with Wayne, like to be friends, I will be like, you know, Wayne, you could do this, and these will really, you know, solidify what you're saying, because I totally understand as a brand, you know, I mean, not many brands have, you know, models of 40, 50, 60 years old on their campaigns. You know, if you go to Beautylish or, you know, like any other stores, you will see, you know, ladies in their 20s, young, beautiful. That's okay, keep that in there. But then because he's, I feel like, I mean, like he's a makeup artist, but he's also a baby here on YouTube that we all love and that I follow, many of you follow him. Like it will be a plus if he decides to, you know, like when he does his reveal videos, it's like, okay, it's my YouTube video, it's my house, here you go, let me, you know, proudly show you what these products can do. Okay, my friends, stop rambling right there. I know it's a little rant. I'm very happy for him, obviously, and I know, like, for example, Michelle One has received these products in PR, and she has already reviewed them, showcased them, beautiful shots. Also, my friend Grace from Everyday Edit, which she has a little bit of a deeper skin tone than mine. So I will be leaving as many creators as I know that they have reviewed these products on my description box below, so that will serve you either whether it is because of your age or your skin tone, so you have certain points of referrals. Okay, friends, as you can tell right now, I do have my foundation on, all done and ready, and now I'm gonna try these babies right here. Okay, friends, so here is the first one. So the packaging, as you can tell, is the same one as his eyeshadows, and I have here Coral Rose, and we have here the shades Blushing and Rosy, at least for what it says right here on the back, right there. Now the blush is a matte formula. Very intense right there, super intense. Okay, this one right here, I thought it was gonna be more peachy, but actually it has a little hint of pink tone in it, which I find it very pretty. Now let's start with the application. I usually apply my blush on this area right here, and I try to not focus it on this area right here because that's where I have my enlarged pores, but I'm gonna be doing it a little bit different. I'm gonna go this way to see how this looks, and I'm gonna be using my Wayne Goss brush, and this is from the Artist Collection. And you know, this has appeared in many of my videos. I love these brushes. Okay, so here you go, and that's how much you pick up. Now, this is very important to know. These brushes, they are made of blue squirrel hair. That means that it's not gonna pick up too much product. I mean, it's gonna pick up something, but also it's gonna give you the lightest application. That is very different than, for example, using a brush that is made out of like natural gold hairs, and definitely it will give you a different application if you use an artificial bristle brush. Okay, let's go for this, and I'm just gonna apply it right here. Now this is a matte formula, and I think, I mean, this is a really good way to go. I'm gonna build it up to go with a matte formula if you're trying to also hit the market for those who we have, you know, 40 years old and up, because it would just be more forgiving. It doesn't have any shimmer, but I can see that it has already a little bit of a sheen, so it's matte but not flat. Okay, let me just take it a little bit up. Okay, and now I'm gonna go with a smaller brush, also from the same collection, and I'm gonna go to this baby right here. Now this feels more creamy. There you go. Okay, that's quite a bit. And I'm just gonna apply it right over here. Okay, it's a very lovely highlighter. As any highlighter, it will emphasize a little bit if you have texture. I do have a little bit of texture right here, and I do have fine lines like crossfits right here. It's a beautiful highlighter. it doesn't really melt into the skin, as for example the new Charlotte Tilbury, the Superstar Glow highlighter is from her holiday collection. That one right there is kind of like more of a soft focus type of highlighter. This one right here, it's creamy and it just disperses really well, but it's not soft focus. It actually has a lot of kapow right there, as I will say. Okay, there you go. Now let's go to Bright Poppy. Two different formulas for sure. This is creamy, not cream, but creamy. Blush is called Sunny and the highlighter Golden Glow. In between applications, I'm cleaning my brushes, and now I'm gonna use the technique that Wayne Goss suggested to go first with the highlighter and then with the blush. So let's go first with Golden Glow. I'm gonna apply it right here. Okay, interesting. I thought that this shade, it was gonna be too dark for my skin tone, but actually I like it. And it does have, can you see right there, it does have already a little bit of what it seems like a peach undertone. Can you see it right there? Now Bright Poppy does have a little bit of shimmer in it, just a little. I mean, it's almost imperceptible. One tap right there, okay? Just gonna tap a little bit off the excess. Okay, very pigmented. I will definitely use a lot less. Beautiful blush shade. It does have that true coral pink undertone. So here, it gave me a kind of like a more soft focus effect using it this way than this way. This one looks more like, okay, here's the highlighter. I mean, the separation is there. This one is just kind of like already blended, and this, I really like it because it makes me look like that beautiful flash that you have on your skin when you have a tiny bit of a sunburn that looks still healthy and youthful. Okay, and something that I do pretty often when I review this type of like face palettes is to use it also on my eyelids, and that's something that he also suggested. This is not a new trick. Now in purpose, I haven't applied any bronzer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this friend first. Just gonna take it on my eyelid, and it will give more of like a monochrome type of look to the eyelids. Then I'm just gonna go with my finger, and I'm just gonna tap a little. I know I don't have any mascara right now. I just wanna throw it right here and show you how it looks. I'm gonna go for a little more. Now let's go with Bright Poppy. And I know this has a lot more pigment, so I'm gonna be a little bit more gentle. Just taking it above the crease. And then I'm gonna go with a highlighter. Okay, my friends, let me go ahead, wash my face, and then I will be right back with fresh foundation on so we can swatch the other two palettes. Okay, my friends, so here we go. I apply fresh foundation, and we're gonna go ahead and try the other two palettes. I in purpose had separated them with the blushes that are more warm tone first, and now we're going to try those with cool tone pinks. So I have here blush Peony. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but these have a very nice size mirror. Sweeten It, shimmer pink, matte. And these are kind of have a little bit of a holographic type of finish. Let's go first with the blush. So far, I don't see my pores enlarged with the blushes. Let's go with the highlighter. I'm gonna do the same thing for my eyes. I'm gonna go first with the blush. And then a little bit right here. And now for the duo that I was really excited for. I don't know why. I mean, the color is like so boom out there, but it looks so pretty. Vivid Azalea. I mean, it has this gorgeous magenta blush that, I mean, you cannot find these so commonly. Perhaps NARS, but yeah, I just really like it. Let's swatch it. So they're all swatch. And here I'm gonna try it with that same technique to apply first the highlighter. Now the highlighter, I'm not taking it too at front where there are my enlarged pores, because I obviously do not want to emphasize them. Now this shade right here is not, I mean, it doesn't come across as icy as you see it on the pan. I mean, do you see that? It's a gorgeous shade. Now if you hear some I do have a chicken at home. He or she, I don't know, just hatched at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we have a new chick. Okay, and now let's go for the blush. Okay, by the way, the blush is called Choking and the highlighter is called Pearl. Okay, you pick up plenty. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna go for it because I want you to see how it looks. I'm just gonna blend it. Very pigmented. I mean, this is definitely not the amount of blush I will ever use. I look like I have been skiing, you know, one of those winter days. Okay, and now let's go for the eyes. Okay, it has a stain just a little bit my finger. Oh well. Before I jump into my final thoughts, I really want to go a little bit into price comparisons of these new blushes from Wayne Goss with other palettes that I have on my collection. So these, once again, they are $45 and they come with 19 grams of product. Now, if we divide that, that will come to be $2.36 per gram. Okay, and let's see right here. I do have here a Cover FX blush. This one right here is in a specific soft peach. Okay, this has a shelf life of 12 months. These are made in Italy. Now the price cost of this is $38. It comes with 14.5 grams of product. I know it doesn't look that much, but it does come with plenty of blush product. I mean, quite a bit. The size of the pans are not that big, but yeah, you get a lot right here. And then if we do the math right here, these are about $2.62 per gram. So very close to Wayne Goss. Now, some of my favorite blushes are from GOSS. And GOSS has this system, kind of like the Cover FX, that they give you a matte product that is not fully super matte. It does have, I mean, a beautiful, not even satin, but it just is not flat matte, okay? It's gorgeous. And then one that is a little bit more of kind of like, it doesn't have shimmer, it just have a little bit of a sheen, radiance. There you go, that's the word, radiance to it. But these duos, even the Cover FX, obviously it's not that you're using a highlighter, but at the end, the effect that you are getting with GOSS and Cover FX is kind of this effect right here. You know, that the highlighter is not so pronounced, it's not so obvious because it's already blended with the blush. So that's that. Okay, so this product right here, they are made in USA. They have a shelf life of 24 months and the grams is 11 grams. So, I mean, 19 grams from Wayne Goss, 11 from GOSS, and they cost again $32. So that comes out to be about $2.90 per gram. Now, a blush that you know I have been raving for the last 3 months, I think, are the ones from Patrick Ta, the duos. I also love his single ones, and these right here cost $34. They are made in USA. They come with 10 grams of product in total. Okay, so on the back right here, it tells you that the powder is 4 grams, okay? So I'm not gonna make the exact division right here, because if you get 6 grams right here and 4 grams right here, you know, like they are different consistencies because one is cream and one is powder. But say, you know, the overall product for the 10 grams at $34 becomes $3.40 per gram. And by the way, if you haven't watched my review on these beautiful blushes, you should go ahead and watch it. I did the same thing. I bought all 4 of them, and I did kind of like the same thing that I'm doing today, showcasing them on both sides of my face. Okay friends, and now let's go to the Patrick Ta, the regular blush. So this one right here is in She's Seductive. It comes with 10.5 grams of product. This costs $32, so that makes it about $3.04 per gram. Okay, so definitely that puts Wayne Goss to a very, very fair price for what he's bringing to us. Let's go into comparisons. Coral Rose, Cover FX Pink Dahlia, from GUOS Rose Gold Blush Duo, Blush Peony, GUOS Flare Blush Duo in Kiss Me. These two, they are actually very alike. Okay friends, I finished my makeup. I actually used the Imperial Topaz eyeshadow palette from Wayne Goss, and I also have with me here, let me show you, the Wayne Goss Orchid lipstick, as well as a little bit of Chrysanthemums lip gloss from Wayne Goss, which I absolutely love. Okay, and I ended up using the Bright Poppy Duo on my cheeks, and I actually mix in both of the products and kind of just like, you know, swish it all over. And now I'm gonna go with the highlighter. I'm gonna apply it right here on my shoulder. Maybe a little bit more of that bronze look. Okay my friends, and now into my final thoughts in regards to these blush and highlighter duos from Wayne Goss. I will have to say that I'm particularly impressed with his matte blush formula. For being a matte, I have to say that they apply so beautifully, and as far as the highlighter goes, they are very nice, creamy. As a highlighter, any highlighter, they will bring out a little bit of the texture, but this one right here is fairly forgiving. I mean, it's very workable. Now, please take into account that I use blue squirrel hair brushes, the ones from Wayne Goss, and those, they do pick up very lightly the product, and they disperse the product very like an airbrush. So consider that when you are applying your product with another type of brush. You know, either go with natural hair or tap off the excess. You can also tap a little bit on the back of your hand, you know, just to take out the excess, because at least on the blushes, they do have a really good amount of pigmentation. I really love both formulas. Now, as far as which ones I like the most, the one that I'm using right now, like I said, everything that is on my face today will be on the description box below. But out of all of them, I was really impressed with, I don't know where you have a mess right here in front of me. I really like the Bright Poppy one because it gave me that beautiful kind of like a still summer look, and you know that I love summer. I'm a girl of summer, but I will say all of them are beautiful too. I was impressed also with this one. What is it called? Blush Peony. I love this blush right here more than the highlighter. The highlighter is okay. I'm not a person that really likes a pink highlighter, so I'm like, you know what, it's okay. It's okay, but I think the combination of both of them, this going under the blush, it will look very, very beautiful. I I mean, I really love it. I mean, it's really hard to say which one. Azalea, it's very intense, so I will have to work with that one because it's gorgeous. Actually, the highlighter of Azalea, like, it has me and then if you want something like very simple, you know, if you're not very adventurous and you just want, I think this will hit the mark for many people too. This is Coral Rose. This is gorgeous as well. Now, a lot of you have commented about the size span. I really enjoy the size span. Do I need all this much? No, I don't need all this much. I know he mentioned like this, you can use, as I was using it right now, you know, the highlighter on your body. Right now for the blush on my body, I mean, I'm not a makeup artist to take blush, you know, for editorial work or anything like that. So I see the pros right there and the cons too. Now, to respond to that question right there is something that I think it has to do with manufacturing. We know that Wayne Goss is self-funded. So to produce these type of products, if he was to do something as smaller as a blush, and not reuse the packaging from his eyeshadow, that means it was another production to go to. Does it make sense? So most likely could be, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, that he must have a lot of production of this compact right here, and then the only thing that he needed to change is the insert, and maybe that piece right here, because this is plastic, right? Maybe that right there could be, you know, his best route as far as producing these products right here. Now, I would have say, oh, what about if he could have give us, you know, like maybe a 6-pan thing, right? Or maybe like a 4-pan, you know, with 2 different blushes, 2 different highlighters, you know, or even a bronzer and a blush. I mean, a combination, right? And that could have been a possible choice for him. Perhaps he didn't want to go that route because then it could be a little bit, I shouldn't say that's super difficult, but you know, to cater for the various skin tones and do kind of like a universal bronzer. So I mean, there could have been another route about it, but you know, at the end, you know, if you had to do something with manufacturing this perhaps was the best way to go, to also be like, okay, I feel confident to put this blush with this highlighter instead of trying to, you know, put in a bronzer that is not gonna really complement everybody in a certain spectrum of skin tones, because we have to consider too that we all have different undertones. So I think that has to do a lot with why he reused this package right here. I mean, it's just, to me, that's what it makes sense, because like even if he was to go the route of 2 blushes, a highlighter and a bronzer or something along those lines, right? You know, the production of each of the components is, you know, it goes up and up and up and up. Okay, that's how that goes. So that's what I think perhaps why he ended up going this route. Or it can be just something, you know, his own concept. I mean, like he may want to keep all, you know, his compacts the same, and let's just keep it all the same. I mean, it could be just his own idea, or like I said, it could be something, you know, manufacturing wise, to, you know, like not to necessarily cut on cost, but just not, you know, like not going into an extra expense. I mean, it could be so many different things right there, but overall, I'm really happy with my purchase. I'm really happy with the blushes. I think the cost, although seems high at the beginning because of $45 up front, but as you were able to see with the price breakdown, I mean, overall per gram is an economical product. I hope, I mean, like if you're not a person that really uses a lot of like for me, for example, I'm reviewing products and that's why I'm buying so much makeup, but in real life, pre-YouTube, pre-reviewing products, I will just look for just one thing and done. And you know, I could have used it for many years and I would have been just fine. Although I know expiration day and whatnot, but we all know that we all push our expiration days farther more than what we should. Okay, my friends, and I think this makes it for this video. I hope that you find it informative and helpful. I would love to know from you which of these blush and highlighter duos are the ones calling your name, or if you have already picked up some of them, are you finding them really nice to blend? What is your preferred method to apply them? highlighter first or the typical blush first and then highlighter on top? Well, you let me know. Let's start the conversation down below and while you're at it. And if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, also share it with family and friends, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye!